If you've got an idea, if you've got a topic, if you've got something that's interesting, I want you to think about from a title point of view and from a topic point of view, how would you make it interesting for the next person to watch it or to read it or to consume it or to listen to it. Hey, welcome back to another video. So this is the third video in the series of content creation from a content execution point of view. Like I spoke about in part one, how to actually come up with ideas, what type of, I've given you some tips on things to make, how to get started to actually create your content. I want to talk about the actual execution. One of the things that you need to do is you need to plan your content, and I've got a video linked up there where I talk about the planning process and how I actually go about doing the planning. But just before you do that, I want you to think about something that's interesting. What platform do you publish on? I think the answer to that is not everywhere. It's impossible to start a habit to start publishing content on all the platforms all at one go, because growing your business or starting your business off or starting this process of creating content is actually not easy. It's really difficult, and that's probably why you're watching this video. And so I want to give you a little bit of a story from me. Is in the last couple of weeks, last couple of months, actually, I've focused specifically on YouTube. While I have my podcast running and I am publishing my content on my podcast, most of the videos or some of the videos that I'm creating are actually becoming podcast episodes. And I actually have a video where I talk about repurposing, which is in the card as well. But I want you to know that it's not the be all and end all to be on all the platforms. What I recommend you do is when you get started, once you have your business name or you have your sort of brand that you want to build, is to actually open up all your accounts on all the platforms. So if you're just go on all the platforms and open your account for your name, your YouTube channel, your Facebook page, your Instagram account, your Twitch account, your Snapchat, and your TikTok, right? Those are the main ones, and your LinkedIn, obviously. Did I say Pinterest? I think I mentioned Pinterest. So I would go on those platforms, create the accounts just for the name, make sure that you've got your name booked on all of those platforms, and then pick one platform where you think your audience is. Maybe if you've done a bit of research or where your customers are, if you have already served your customers in some sort of a way, then you should know where your customers are. If you don't, then think about where are you hanging out most of the time. What are the platforms that you use? What are the platforms that you enjoy, that you spend the most time on? And then make content for that platform. It's as simple as that. If you're addicted to TikTok, there's a reason why you're addicted to TikTok. If you're addicted to Instagram stories, then you're addicted to Instagram stories. Do you like reading content on Medium? Then chances are you should be on Medium. One of the things that I would also say is make evergreen content, or make content that is evergreen, to give you longevity in the content. This is important because you want it to generate traffic for you, or you want it to work. You want the computers that are working behind the scenes to actually generate your brand, to elevate your brand over time. There is something to be said about creating trending content. Your brand is not going to survive only on trending top content. People like Gary Vee and other brand makers, other brands are talking about creating a brand, building brand, about how brand is everything. And this is what I mean when I talk about brand, is creating content that's evergreen, that's going to last on, that's going to outlive you, because of the fact that people are going to be searching for those things all the time. And the platforms to actually be on for evergreen content is blogs. So blog posts, maybe on Medium, depending on whether you want to publish on Medium or you want to publish on your own blog. And then YouTube. Podcast as well has got a searchability factor because Google is starting to rank content in that way. This is what I've come down to, is focusing on YouTube. So when it comes down to execution, pick the platform that you're on, find out where your people are hanging out, and then find relevant content. What is the content that you're searching for? If you were a few years behind, think of yourself a couple of years ago. Like, what type of content were you searching for? What type of content were you looking for that actually helped you on your journey? And make that type of content for your client. If you're a private practice owner, started your business, then, and you want to help other people start their business, then whatever your journey is will be useful for them as well. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to helping people, Where were you before, where you were trying to help yourself and now make content that's going to help other people because you've maybe figured that piece out already? Or as you're discovering things, make the content that you're discovering, and so that you can get a better understanding of that content as well. If you're struggling with trying to find ideas, go look and think about the things that you've learned and start making content around those ideas. Once you've got the planning out of the way, you've got to execute. And the way to execute is literally what I said in part 1, which is just to go live, publish something on your video, record something on your video. It's just the act of creation that is the most important. If you're struggling, then sit in that struggle and make your stuff anyway. Fight that fear, overcome that fear, because the imposter doesn't actually go away. The imposter syndrome does not alleviate. It maybe quietens down in the mind, but unfortunately, it's still going to be around much later on as well. Hopefully, if you hit the like button, hopefully at the end of this video, you're going to actually go create something. You're going to go live on a platform. You're going to go set up your accounts everywhere. Definitely, I hope, take the advice that I'm putting down for you. Hit the like button as well if you're inclined to do the thing that I'm asking you to do. There's no doubt in my mind that content will actually help you in your life, will help you in your business. It's proven over and over again by influencers, by many people in the past. And this is why I'm making the content. This is why I'm advising you to start making content. And the thing that you need to do is just to start making something. Just publish every day until you find your voice. And I keep saying this in all of the videos, but it's the thing that I'm most passionate about these days. And I think it's the most relevant thing to building a business online, to actually starting your journey, to help your business, help your people find your voice, and to help your people even further along in the process. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hit the like button if you liked it, and check out the other videos in the series as well that I'm going to be pointing to over here somewhere. Catch you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.